Welcome all friends of the Dhamma. Watch and see with wisdom. With wisdom, also seeing the one who watch. Okay? When you got wisdom seeing the one who watch, you can get into meditation in 10 seconds. Now you watch me. Can you see the one who watch? The one who watch. The one who watch. You wake up when you watch the diamond. Okay? Diamond. Can you watch the diamond, the calibrated? Okay? Calibration. The color. Your mind really still when you watch the diamond. Can you watch the breathing with the stillness of mind as the diamond watching? Okay? When you watch the diamond, you can see your mind really still. You can see. But when you watch the breathing, why you cannot see the mind stillness of mind? Because you not have good attention. Okay? When you have good attention, you can see the mind clearly, still and mindful and aware and understanding. It depends on how much you can see. First, I just tell you, can you see the mind still? And later, you have to see more than the mind still. Still, mindful, aware, quiet, calm, empty, understanding, letting go. This is vipassana, seeing the mind object or the mind quality. Okay? So you can develop together. Watch a monk in front. What different if you watch a politician? What a politician, your mind disturbed. Watch a monk, your mind calm. Can you see your mind calm? Watch your friend, your mind enjoy a lot. Watch the Buddha statue, your mind calm. You can see, not by eye, by your sense. Okay? Your sense is your wisdom. Okay? So that's why contemplation, you need to develop contemplation. When you see your mind come back. And more, what you can see your mind still. More you see your mind still, what you see more. My mind very mindful, okay? And more and more. So, it depends on the object of you watching. If you watch the breathing and not good attention, then you can see only calmness and fall asleep. But if you watch the diamond, you have a lot of attention, then you can see calmness and still and mindful and very clearness, seeing, clear seeing. You can see more. So that's why you need to develop seeing more. Okay? But seeing will become more. It depends on how you see the object. Okay? If you see only breathing in, breathing out, you got only calmness. Okay? If you see breathing in and how soft breathing in is, you got more awareness. Breathing out, how soft, more awareness. And if you zoom up, your mind can zoom up. You know, when a monk want to bless you, you ask a monk for helping bless your dad in the hospital. A monk don't have to just visualize to the patient in hospital, but the monk just zoom up. The patient come to the mind. Okay? Don't have to send the mind go out. Okay, the mind go out, but go out and zoom up. Bring to blessing in mind here. Okay? When we blessing, we just rely, and then the spirit and soul of those people who want to get blessing will come into the mind of the master. Okay? You can zoom up. Even in the US, you tell, my son have got problem in the US, please bless. When blessing is zoom up. Okay? So how about here, very near, not in the US, your breathing is not in the US. Why you cannot zoom up? Do it because you don't know you can do it. Only still the mind. Here become zoom up. Okay? Then you can see more detail into the mass of the breathing. There is image, whatever image, doesn't matter. So now more attention is zoom up. Okay? So I tell you zoom up, then you got more attention. Try first. Can you zoom up? You can. Smile. This is my technique. Zoom up. And see clearly as you can. Then your mind become one-pointedness. If you just watch and sabai, okay? Watch sabai, you got sabai, okay? If you watch and zoom up, right concentration, watch and zoom up. But people don't know. Right concentration, they think focus near to the breath. No, we zoom up, okay? We bring to the mind. You understand now? Today you learn new technique today. Zoom up. This is right concentration. Okay? The mind can see even near or far. If you just want to know, it come in front. It come in front. Okay? So that's why the Buddha say, just sit cross-legged and mindfulness in front. Okay? First, I just understand in front mean in front the face. Okay? But now I know in front not in front your face. In front near to the mind. Many interpreters, they say in front here, you just keep in front here, the breathing in front here. But when I can zoom up, not in front here, this is beginner. In front, inside. Okay? Now, today, zoom up. You got right concentration. The breathing become Dhamma. Dhamma, we call Dhammarom. Okay? In your mind. Okay, when you zoom up, that is right concentration. Then you can see the mind object together. Okay? So that's why I can see both. Because I zoom up, breathing, seeing in my mind, then I can see my mind together easily. You still got far and near, outside, inside, and then you also how to see outside and inside together. Now I bring outside, go inside, then I can see all outside, inside because it become one together. Okay, zoom up. You try when you zoom up by hearing. Now, my voice very loud. When you hear the voice of nature, you got zoom up. The voice come close to your mind. That's right. Voice of the quiet voice of the nature. Zoom up. You need to zoom up, then you can hear. If you just hear sabai, hearing sabai, you cannot hear. Okay. This is, you can prove yourself, try by your practice. I speak loud. Can you hear something quiet in this room? Immediately you zoom up. Okay, so now you will get into a right concentration. In front, mindfulness in front, not in front your face. In front your mind. Okay? It look like something happening. You can see in front, near the mind. Okay? Then you feel wake up. Okay? Understand now? Now, just keep attention on your breathing. Seeing clearly. It becomes zoom up. Okay? New technique. This is from experience. I learned by myself. Okay? And I find the good result. Right concentration come up. Okay? When you zoom up, the mind can see the breathing in front and see the knower. Okay? Keep attention in your mind to learn to know your breathing clearly. Clearly it becomes zoom up. Then you can see the quality of mind. Still good enough or not? If not good enough, zoom up. Okay? When you got zoom up, the mind got wake up and open. You can see my object inside. Calmness is my object. Emptiness is my object. Okay? Or whatever. So first, can you see my objects? Not only calmness. Can you see stillness when you zoom up? Can. Just stillness more and more in your mind. It becomes more zoom up. Zoom up, then you become one with the knower. Wake up with knowing and seeing clearly in the mind. Now breathing become Dhammarom, my object in the mind, and you can see other my object. And just more stillness of mind. Now the mind sometimes still, sometimes moving, swaying, and still. You just be mindful, and the mind become more stillness with mindfulness and awareness. Zoom up, zoom up, zoom up. Zoom up and see clearly. Zoom up and know clearly. Seeing clearly, knowing clearly, more and more by zooming up the breathing into your mind. Then you can see the mass of breathing. In front. Seeing in front, mindfulness in front, very important. Just keep mindfulness in front. Zoom up, seeing in front your mind, in front the knower, not far, not separate, or become one. And zoom up more and more, seeing clearly more and more, and watch closely, seeing closely and clearly and closely. You got clear knowing, clear seeing. Clear knowing, clear seeing, in front, not far. More zoom up, the mind more open, more wake up, more emptiness, more mindfulness, more awareness. Zoom up, zoom up. Clearly and closely, zoom up. And watch carefully inside when you zoom up. Watch and see. Seeing clearly by zoom up. Watch and zoom up. Watch and zoom up closely. You got seeing clearly. The breathing in the mind. And my object in the mind. Even you watch the breathing at the nostril on the contact. But when you zoom up, you can see into the mass of breathing closely. It looks like in front, okay? Closely, clearly. And your wisdom can realize the power of mind, stillness, calmness, emptiness, and mindfulness, and more and more. Zoom up more and more. You will go on the path or the stream entry, going inside. More and more zoom up. It becomes access concentration. concentration at the axis, and it become opening up to the absorption inside, absorption into the mind, and seeing into the mind, the emptiness, the pureness, and more with wisdom. Now you are at home. More zoom up, you go backwards. Going back home, the pureness. Zoom up and seeing clearly. Zoom up and watch together. Watch in your seeing. Watch in your seeing. Watch to learn how the breathing is. Learn all regarding the breathing, the breath, and the breathing. How it is. How it is. Then zoom up the mind inside. Zoom up inside now. If you can zoom up outside, you can zoom up inside. Zoom up and watch clearly, attentively into the mind. Then you can see mind object together. You can see both breathing image and mind object. And then you can see more and more into the mind object with letting go. Understanding and letting go. Keep going inside, zoom up. It becomes space and emptiness. Become one with the nature. Not just stay inside, become one with the nature, with knowing and seeing in front, not far. And see in front, then you can see the mind itself. Then zoom up, the mind itself zoom up, opening up. Then you can see clarity in the mind. More clarity in the mind, and clearness and pureness. Then you can see all release, all desire, attachment release from the mind. Zoom up, then you got the power of mindfulness to let go of desire and attachment. Then you can see things coming up, disappear, coming up, disappear. All the mind object changing, coming up, disappear. From the one pointedness of mind, when you zoom up, it becomes singleness of mind. It expanding all around, because you get inside and zoom up and let go all desire and attachment. And more awareness in your mind. It bring up your heart, wake up, become one with your mind. More awareness in your mind, with knowing clearly, seeing clearly, your heart, your mind now become one, but not completely. Just knowing clearly, seeing clearly the mind itself. Zoom up, zoom up, zoom up, zoom up, zoom up. Going inside, going inside, going inside. With exploring the mind itself. Exploring. You can see clearly all regarding mind or mind objects. Exploring. With letting go, with understanding, accept and letting go. With accept, understanding and letting go. Now you are there, at home, the pureness, the nature of mind. Now you come back home. Enjoy at home. Enjoy releasement, disenchantment, and freedom of mind at home. Even you stay at home, they got subtle defilement, subtle desire and attachment. Mindfulness in front, listen the mind itself, listen. Knowing, seeing, bring you go inwards. You want to go inwards deeply, listening, by listening. The mind listening, the mind inside, deeply, listening. Anything else that you cannot let go, when you're listening, you can let go. Listening. The mind listen, the mind inside. Listen into the mind. Listen, not by ear, by mind. Mind listen into the mind. Mind listen into the mind. Mind listen into the mind. With mindfulness and awareness, listening. Listen and know, listen and see, listen and know. And exploring together inside. Listen and explore. The way open for you to the noble path. Now you see the way of the noble path. The Buddha and all Arahant there. Just right determination in your mind. You are born for enlightenment in this life now. Let go all attachment, desire and attachment. No more. Then you cross over to become one with the Buddha and all enlightenment, all Arahant. Become one there. When you have right determination, right resolution for the end of suffering in this very life, for the enlightenment in this very life. Now you are more wake up with full consciousness, with the higher consciousness, supreme emptiness, more and more, and stay there. That is where you have to go. Where you have to attain. And now before we finish this session, just review what you learned today. How good mindfulness is, how good awareness is, and how good calmness, emptiness is. How good clear seeing, clear knowing is. Just review. So that the next time when you practice, you can start from here, not start from beginner. It will connect to the next practice. And with mind in your heart, with trust in the Buddha in your heart. Now you got fully wake up more and more. And before we finish, we just transfer merit to all souls and angels, Deva and all beings and all of your karma with the stillness of mind and with smiling together. With smiling, all your merit will be spread around to all beings everywhere. And now bring back all merit to yourself with awareness, with mind. It come back to yourself for your good health, good luck, happiness, and all success. And now we finish this session. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. This session you learn new things, very advanced. Okay? Wow. Okay? Awareness in the stillness already. Okay?